I wish I can keep that song just going and go. That is one of the chillest songs I ever made in my life. I swear.
Like keep it in the background, playing at a low level when we talk. It could be going like that
Yeah,
the whole time.
I will, but people might get the wrong idea if I have that type of music playing. They might think it's a
Like,
whole
is
different
it
kind of show.
bow chicka bow wow?
Yeah, trust me, it is not that type of party going on.
That's not the kind of wrestling we're talking about.
Yeah, with that, yeah, with all that's going on with Diddy and Baby Oil and all that type of stuff,
Uh,
that is not the mood I'm trying to set.
See now, if Rob was here and he heard we talking about, he'd be like, "Hey, before you even said that, he would have been like, Ray, pass the baby oil."
You see, and
Yeah.
that's normally why the show takes a left turn within the first 5 to 10 minutes because something will come out and Rob will just. That's a unique talent, though. I mean, you got to say,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
He's on time with it. Spot on.
yeah, spot on, and it
Har-
catches
Hardly
you.
hardly
It
misses
catches
a
you off
beat.
guard.
I
It
know.
catches you off guard sometimes too. Yeah. So, well, let's get the show started. Front Row Wrestling Podcast. I am Mr. KS. That is my man Chris. Um, Coming off a really, really fun. I told Rob, y'all didn't get to see it in real time. But I told you it was a fun show. And
Well, I,
and
I saw the last half
and
real time. I missed the first half of it. Though.
right. And I didn't tell you why I thought it was fun. And it had nothing to do with the crowd. It had nothing to do with the energy in the building. It had nothing to do with the in-ring work. You know what I'm saying? It was just because we didn't do a preview show for it, clearly, right? We didn't do predictions. I
Right.
went into it, and I did this on purpose. I spent most of the day not looking at anything wrestling related on Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever, Instagram. I spent most of that day trying not to see anything wrestling. I just wanted to go on the show with no predetermined, thought process, not trying to book the show and going on what I think should happen and all this type of stuff. I just wanted to watch the show. And that made it fun for me. Like that was fun. Like I had a good time watching wrestling. And then add on top of that, the matches were good. We got some surprises. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu always delivers. I don't think that man has had a bad moment since he's been in WWE. The Orton Cena match.
I didn't get what I wanted,
can you
but it
say?
was still no, it was good. Don't get me wrong. I was really wanting that scenario we talked about though. I thought that'd been so cool.
What
The John Cena suddenly before they lock up the first time, Cena turning around and punching the referee and getting
oh
disqualified.
that
Yeah, what
I
goes
mean
around comes around, right? I mean, I thought that would have been so funny to see, but and the whole thing about John Cena supposed to be, just ruining wrestling, right? That would have gone perfectly with that.
but that would have pissed a lot of people off too.
The whole
It
thing
would have
is John Cena is ruining wrestling, though.
wrestling, and I would have been. Look, I would have been there for it. I had I would have had a good time watching that. Just watching people have a meltdown on the internet, like, oh well, this is
Yeah,
bullshit. This is it. Yeah. That would have been the exact emotion they would have wanted, and they did. But no, it was a fun show. I wasn't really disappointed. I don't think there was really too much you can complain about unless you really want to nitpick it. But you know what I'm saying?
there were some people that was unhappy with it, and there was a lot of people that liked it. I mean, everybody's got their opinions, like
You can't
always.
please
And
everybody, and everybody's a booker. Everybody's a wrestling expert. Everybody is a creative genius when it comes to this. So that's
yeah,
how I look. Everybody's an expert. If you want to go match by match, we can. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. Look, people hate on Lyra. Not she ain't the most charismatic person in the world. I don't, I'm a little thrown back when she come out there with them damn bird wings. But other than that, I mean,
it is a little weird, isn't it?
it is very weird. It's very,
Overall,
very,
I mean, she's a good wrestler. I mean,
yeah. I mean, she put
that's,
her man. I don't know if Becky bought it out of her or she just had a light bulb moment and said, "I'm up to go out here and tear the house down." But man, they put on one hell of a match.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Becky did what she did at the end of the match out of
Oh, of
sheer,
course. I
sheer
you know,
frustration of losing.
going as the match went on, I kind of thought Becky was going to win, but then they did this, I guess, 3 minute long false finish fest, which people gonna complain about that too. But I think that added to the match more than took away from it, if you ask me. Yeah, I go, like I said, as long as this match was going, I thought Becky was going to win, but she didn't, and which is kind of good. It's set up for what she did after the match. So
Yeah, and I also think it's good to do things like push the new talent, not so much the ones that have been
yeah,
there and done it already. Just like they did with Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton. Now they've done Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. I think
yeah.
it's pretty good.
The Fatal Four Way: Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, L.A. Knight. I'm not a big fan of L.A. Knight. I'm just he ain't it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like
I
he's
don't I
never
don't
going to
I
do it
don't
for
get.
you like Jay don't do it for me. It's always going to be that way. I get it.
Hey, yeah. So I clearly didn't think he was going to get the belt back. Damian Priest, I don't know exactly I don't know where he stands as far as the pecking order on the roster.
I think Damian Priest and LA Knight have something in common right now. I think they've both been pushed to the point to a certain level, and now they're kind of cooling them down a little bit. And I think they're
oh,
probably
I,
going to
I,
both
I
going to get
definitely
some kind of push later to get to go back up again. But I don't. I
I,
think they're
de-
just slowing them down.
I definitely think Damian Priest will get another title run. I don't think LA Knight will get a title run.
I
I
don't
think
know.
US title probably is. I just don't like, dude. To me,
I'm not saying. I'm not
There's so
saying
many
he'll.
people in front of him to by the time it becomes his turn, somebody new would came up and either caught up with him or passed him. So
I mean, he could be one of those
Jake
champions. Look, he could be one of those champions, just like Damian Priest was. How long did Damian Priest have the belt?
a
Month,
couple months, a few months.
2 month, two
No,
months max.
it was maybe about 3 or 4 months.
I don't know if
He
it's
had it
three
for a
or
while.
I might be wrong. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's 3 or 4 months. It felt more like 2 months to me. How many pay-per-views did he go through as champion?
Let me look it up.
Yeah, see if it tells you how many days he held the belt or something. I don't know. It just felt like it was just a couple of months or something like that.
Um, he won it at Mania. Uh, he lost it. He kept it from Mania to SummerSlam when he lost it to Gunther. So
So what? Two pay-per-views?
Mania was what, April, May, June, July, August. That's 4 months.
Was it 4 months?
Yeah,
I swear it didn't feel like it. Man.
SummerSlam's in August. So
It sure didn't
Mania's in
feel like
April.
it.
Hey, look, 2025 is halfway over almost. So think about that. I mean,
So yeah, his Damian Priest reign as champion was 118 days.
yeah. So it's a little over 4 months.
Became
Right
champion
around,
April 7th, lost it
right
on
around
April
4 months.
3rd or August
Yeah,
3rd. I mean,
yeah. So
yeah. So let's say he gets one of those. If LA Knight was to get one, it wouldn't be probably as long as Damian Priest. I don't think. I think he'd be one of them people that they put the title on for the sake of pleasing some of the fans out there. But within 2 months, he's going to lose it to somebody else.
Jacob Fatu will have that world title before LA Knight. And again, you got to think about the people that's before him. And so Cena's going to
So
have it. I'm saying Cena's walking away with it. They're going to do some type of title or crown some type of champion or whatever they're going to do. That person's going to have it. It's not going to be LA Knight. It's going to either be Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, um, um, who else? Drew McIntyre will have it before him. Damian
I don't know
Priest will
about
have
Drew.
it before.
I don't know about Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre will definitely have that title before LA Knight get it. If
I
he,
don't know. He's already had it. I don't know that he'd get it again
what
that
is that?
quickly. He just. I
Josh,
mean,
you say he
I,
already having John Cena's on his 17th
I,
title run.
I'm just
What does
saying, but
that
all right,
mean, man?
but John Cena over the years was more entertaining than Damian Priest than Drew McIntyre is.
Well, yeah,
So I mean, people wanted the belt on Cena. How many
but Drew
people out
Mc,
there do you actually think want the title on Drew McIntyre?
I'm pretty sure he has a selection of fans who wouldn't mind him having the title.
I'm sure he does, but I mean, a
There's
selection
more
of
people that
fans could be. Hey, look, a selection of fans could be
do what,
25 fans.
whatever that 25, whatever the number you
If
want to throw at that LA Knight. That's LA Knight's chances of having it. Okay,
I
so
think
I'm
that
just
is your dislike for him talking, is what I think.
I think that is my common sense in thinking.
I think it is your dislike. Where's Rob when I need him? It's your dislike on talk, is what it did. To you what? I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you.
Hey, it's
LA
like you've
Knight.
heard me say, and like I've said before, it's okay for you to be
LA
wrong.
Knight.
Man, look, like I said, the winner of the Fatal 4-Way will have that title before LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, and we had, like I said, we had some surprises. Jeff Cobb showed up, and you asked me a question before we came on air about. No, well, I'll let you ask that question. Well, you ask me that question
So,
now.
so with Jeff Cobb coming in, do you feel it was more for Solo Sokoa, the future with Solo Sokoa, or was it more for helping Fatu keep the belt really? Because when you see on TV, Jacob Fatu, I mean Solo Sokoa is always like laying claim there that he made Jacob Fatu what it was. He's the one that brought him in. He did this, he did that, and he's getting that stink eye from Jacob Fatu off behind him there. Like, what are you talking about? But he doesn't say anything to him yet. It's festering up in him or something. So I wonder if they're bringing Jeff Cobb in, he's going to be with Solo Sokoa,
Well, he's
maybe even
100%
the Tongans, maybe.
He's Solo Sokoa is rebuilding, or is going to try to rebuild his version of the Bloodline. I heard somebody say the
Right.
other day the Bloodline story. They don't like the way that the Bloodline storyline ended, and I'm like, who said it ended?
Yeah, no one said
It's
it
not
ended.
over. It's not over. I've been saying this since year 2 of the Bloodline. It's going to have its ups. It's got to go up. It's got to go down. And I think that's the reason it's kept the traction. It's kept it has, and it didn't turn into what the NWO turned into. Right? It didn't get watered down to where everybody's in it.
Right.
Everybody just it's like the new NWO formed and the floodgates opened. Everybody just rushed to join them. Right? We're
And
not
that's what
getting that
made that
with
so
the bloodline.
bad.
Yeah, we're not getting that with the bloodline. We're getting storylines with the stories within stories within stories. You know what I'm saying? We had the different chapters of the bloodline, or as Paul Heyman called it, the different innings of the bloodline, right? The bloodline story. This is we got to have a separate story that doesn't include, and for the people who like, man, where's Roman Reigns at? Can the fucker have a break? Are people forgetting this man has an illness? Like the man has cancer. He may need a break. Same thing with Cody Rhodes lost the title. He didn't show up for his rematch. The man ran strong for over a year straight with that title.
Right. At every
The
TV
man,
show, at every Raw,
he
every
was everything.
SmackDown, every
He was the
PLE.
face of the company. He was
Yeah.
not. That's just TV. We're not talking about the interviews and the meet and greets and this and that and
Right.
different interviews. Can a man get a break? It's people out. These same people go to their 40-hour week job and complain about how they need a vacation, but yet Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns can't take a break.
Oh no, they're not allowed. They're athletes. They're entertainers.
What the fuck are we talking
Entertainers
about?
are not allowed to have breaks or vacations. So
Yeah, well, guess what? We didn't do a show this Saturday because we took a break and a vacation because it was Mother's Day, and yeah,
that's
so
right. And we are great. We are
yeah,
great.
we are great.
Matter of fact,
Eh,
we are so
no,
great. If people miss us or if they don't watch us, shame on them. Okay, they might be missing out on a diamond while they're busy throwing rocks or something. Huh? You like that?
those numbers,
You like that?
I love that. Those you spitting hot fire right now. Those numbers you showed me before we came on the air here. You're great, sir.
I mean,
You're great.
I'm hoping I wear off on you, and
Oh, there
it comes this
you
way.
go.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Um, Yeah, Jacob
Hey,
Fatu.
do you know what got me such big numbers though? You know what did it?
What?
I'm an LA Knight fan. That's what did it. LA Knight.
Muting your
See
mic.
what greatness you get with LA Knight?
We're gonna mute your microphone. There you go. Muting the microphone. No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We muted you.
You understand the words coming out of my mouth?
Wow.
Do you
No,
understand the words that were coming out of my mouth? I said.
three of them. I understood three of them.
Okay.
So, no, yeah, Jeff Cobb. I think he's there definitely for Solo Secor. I think he's that Solo Secor is building his new version of the bloodline. I don't whether that includes Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. I would think so.
Well, it makes you
Do we
wonder
get,
because you still got the one big dude coming in. I can't think.
people keep saying I've heard he's going to the main roster. I've heard he was going to NXT. I've heard he was still training like before he can't even get on NXT because he still got to do some work.
Yeah, I don't know where he stands. I just keep hearing that he's supposed to be a part of it.
At this point, I'll believe he's going to be where he's going to be at when he show up there. That's where I'm at with it. So yeah, I mean, this I'm telling you, by the end of this year, that bloodline thing would have been a kick back up again, and
I think someone told me the other day that Zilla Fatu is in that Booker T's Reality of Wrestling right now.
Oh, he's been working with Booker T for a while now, dude. They when he do decide to, or when they decide to bring him in, and he does show up, whether it's NXT or the main roster, they gonna make sure he ready.
Mm-hmm.
He not gonna come there still need to learn anything. And I similar to what I think they did with Jacob Fatu. If you go watch some of his indie matches right up until right before he got to WWE, somebody was working with him because he was good. They just sharpened him up a little bit, and you see what he been doing since he got here. So
I saw an interview with him, and they asked him about his time in MLW and what it was like working with some of the people that came through there, and they brought up MJF to him, and he said that MJF was great. He said he helped him work on his mic ability, get out there and cutting promos. He said he's one of the best ever at doing that. He said, and he taught him a couple things, like basically just be yourself out there. Don't try to be somebody different. When you're out there talking, be yourself. So I guess that MJF we get in the ring talking is what he really like on the street
yeah,
somewhere.
I think MJF's an asshole in real life, and I think whatever you think of Jacob Fatu, believe it. He's whatever he's showing you, but believe it. I mean, the man didn't go to prison because he was just a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He did something. So
I'm sure there's some really swell guys in prison. Really nice.
Okay.
Super nice.
Dominic and Penta. Again, that match was just fun. Talk about progression. The progression of Dominic Mysterio from the time he showed up with his dad till now. Like,
listen, just from the past couple of years where he couldn't speak, they'd boo so loud, to now when he pulls something off in the ring, they're cheering for him.
And I don't even get it because that SmackDown before, the Raw before Mania, they were booing him.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened between Raw and Mania.
Somebody flipped a switch or something, and when he was having he had a moment with a series of moves he did on Penta, and the crowd just erupted cheering for him. And it's funny, he doesn't take it in when he's talking. He's still calling his dad a deadbeat dad still to this day,
right?
And saying all kinds of stuff. It's heelish, and they're still cheering him.
Did you hear what he said after he won the belt at WrestleMania? He's like, "Yeah, it's been 30 minutes, and I'm the greatest Intercontinental Champion already."
Yeah, right.
And people are like, "Yeah, you are. Sure, you are.
You are absolutely right."
Fuck. But no, I don't think it hurt Penta to take this loss. I think Dominic Mysterio beating Penta, and he had to work for it. I mean,
But how did he beat him, really? Though, this is why it didn't hurt Penta. Really, how did he beat him?
Oh, he cheated.
Well, somebody cheated.
Well, he had
Chad El Grande Americano Gable Um,
who some people think is going to be in the Judgment Day. I don't see that happening, but you got those people saying, yeah, he's going to be in the Judgment Day. Well,
I,
man, pump your brakes,
yeah,
y'all. I
never
don't see
know.
that happening. But yeah, I mean, cheated, had help outside of whatever. It's the Guerrero way. It's the Latino Heat way. It's the
Lie,
Dominic
cheat, and
Mysterio way.
steal.
There you go. So yeah, it don't hurt neither one of them. I mean, Penta. I'm not a big Lucha Libre fan. I knew who Penta was. I did watch Lucha Underground, so that's how far back I go with Penta. But yeah, I mean, he's one thing I could say, and you could tell the difference between Penta and WWE and Penta and AEW. There's a lot more storytelling. There's a lot more selling. He's not doing too many high flips for me. I do wish he'd chill out with this Sierra Mero
He does it a little
during the
bit too
match.
much.
He does it a lot. But somebody will get with him on that. But yeah,
But I mean, it's no worse than someone yelling "yeet" 500 times either, probably.
oh god,
And that's his Spanish version of "yeet."
I tell you what, if the amount of people that was doing Yeet were doing Sierra Mero, I couldn't be mad at it. But Penta ain't getting that same reaction Jay get when he with the Yeet. So I'm just saying, don't
Maybe
shoot
he
me. I'm just the person watching
should,
the show. Man. Don't
maybe he
shoot me.
should come out with some goofy glasses that says Sierra Miller on it.
Nah, we don't want to go. We don't need to do that. Please don't do that. You know, it was a match. It was another match. How many matches was this? Oh, I know it was one. It was
Yeah,
Gunther and Pat McAfee. So
I legit thought it was going to end when Michael Cole grabbed his leg and held on to it.
and rest in peace, Bobby Heenan. I knew exactly what that was when that happened, and
Mm.
oh my goodness, that was so funny. That was so funny. I've heard people saying, man, Gunther should have just beat him down in 3 seconds, in 3 minutes or 5 minutes. The match shouldn't have gone no more than 8 minutes. I've heard people saying, man, it made Gunther look weak because it took him that long to beat. I'm like, Pat McAfee should have did. He's a celebrity. He's a YouTuber or whatever streamer, whatever they call him.
Well, I
Come on,
mean,
come on.
if you want to say that, look at the Mister I knocked you out, Jey Uso. What's his name?
No, just those same people have a problem with Logan Paul, and
Logan
when I say
Paul.
those people, you know who I'm talking about when I say them. Some of them people, the main person I'm talking about leading that brigade, that your buddy there, Mister Sally Jesse Raphael with the red glasses.
Who?
Your guy on Busted Open.
Oh my gosh! You talking about Mister David LaGreca?
Yeah, he's man. Oh man, these YouTube these celebrities and all, I'm like, man, shut up. They're the reason the product. They're the reason.
I,
A lot of people. Vince Russo said something, and I think at this point he's just saying stuff to get attention. He's like that little child that spills his
right.
lunch all over himself every day. He just wants some attention at this point. He said if in about 10 years there's going to be a celebrity main event within 10 years or 5 years or whatever, it's going to be a celebrity main event WrestleMania, and that's going to be the death of wrestling or something like that. He said, "Dude, I
Uh,
don't think we're going to get a celebrity main event WrestleMania. Do I think we'll have a celebrity damn near at every WrestleMania? Yeah, I mean we've been
well,
having
because there
celebrities
has
since
been from day one.
right. Mr. T got involved, and dude, and that was the main event of WrestleMania, by the way. Um, so I don't
Mister
know,
T was in the first two WrestleManias.
right? Or was it?
I
He
mean,
was in. It was that and Saturday Night Main Event, right? He did that too,
yep,
right?
Saturday Night Main
I
Event
was,
as
I
well.
look, I
I
was
think
like,
he was in Hulk's corner in Saturday Night Main Event.
I was like
He was
6 or 7
because he
years
was.
old when this happened.
I think Hulk Hogan was fighting Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. and
Yeah,
T was in the corner, and Roddy Piper tried to do something. He tried to hit Hogan and cause him the match, and Mr. T come over there and got into it with Piper, and that led to the tag team event at WrestleMania. Then there was Piper and Mr. T boxing in the WrestleMania 2.
yeah.
As long as
But
that lasted, I mean,
I don't have a problem with celebrities like Logan Paul and Pat McAfee getting in the ring because here's the thing: they're not getting in there and they're not flopping around looking like they haven't stepped in the ring before. Clearly, they've trained. Clearly, they respect the business. Clearly, they know.
Logan Paul's probably the best person in the business as far as a celebrity that has come in to participate. He's probably the best to do it because he knows how to talk. He's athletic. He can pull these moves off. I mean,
And,
he's arrogant as all get out. I mean, people really hate that in him, and he just soaks it up and runs with it.
and to the people who complain about he's a part timer, look at it this way: do you really want to see Logan Paul every week? Because that would really go bad. It would go from that to people just booing him because he's a heel or they kind of don't like him to people just like, dude, I don't want this guy around. And you can't oversaturate people with certain stuff. Like Logan Paul, he's there just enough. You
Mhm.
kind of by the time you get sick of him, he's gone. By the time you're like, man, he should be here, he's back. So yeah, I don't, but Gunther and Pat Mac, that was a good. Gunther beat the shit out of him. I don't know. I don't remember him getting hit in the eye, but he chopped him so hard he busted the eye blood vessels. So there you
Remember
go.
McAfee talking about it on Raw? He said that he got hit so
Yeah,
hard. He talked about his chest too. He got hit so hard in the chest it busted a blood vessel in his vest and making vest in his chest and make him
just,
bleed.
yeah, yeah. It's man, he didn't fight back to the point where you was like, man, Gunther should never be a champion, or he should, he looks weak. Like I said, I don't think he made Gunther look weak. Every time Pat McAfee would try to fight back, Gunther put him down.
Yeah,
So that's what it was. It wasn't like
there was never any
Pat
dominance
McAfee.
by McAfee.
Yeah, P didn't go on this 5 minute run of just beating Gunther's ass. Like that didn't happen at all. So you
Never.
know, so yeah, that kind of went pretty much the way I expected it, and the right person won, of course. Um, Now we get to the main event: John Cena, Randy Orton.
A lot of
I knew.
crazy stuff happened in the last 5 minutes of that match. A lot of crazy stuff.
Can we just give a shout out to everybody that took an RKO at the end?
Yeah, man. He was like Oprah Winfrey out there. An RKO for you, an RKO for you. Everybody gets an
Like
RKO.
I'm watching it and I'm going like 2 or 3 RKOs in. I'm like, dude, why the fuck are y'all even getting in within range of this man? Back, get out the ring. Like you stand up and looking at him like, what you think about to happen? Like,
And then who comes out to stop that little punt?
my
Our
man,
truth, our boy, our
true.
truth. No, Randy, don't hurt my hero, Randy.
And
And then
then on top of that, he
yeah,
got put through a table in the press
all he
conference.
got for his trouble. Yeah. See, now that kind of leads up to what I asked you the other day, though. What was up with all that? Why was there such a concentration on Cena after the match, looking like he was questioning his motives or questioning how things worked out in the ring or something? He keeps staring at the ring, staring at the belt, slowly walking out, looking at the fans, looking at the ring. Then he comes
You,
to the thing after the fact. He's going to talk to the reporters, and he says, I need to start showing you more respect and talk to you and answer questions and blah." And then Truth comes out there and tries to say something, and he gets
you,
through the
you,
table.
you old, you're an old school fan, right?
Yeah,
So what did the old timers used to call it? Back in the '80s, if not selling, but like if you know the camera's going to be on your face, or both of y'all are down or whatever, in between moves or whatever, you gotta give them a little Shakespeare. That's what that was. He said a lot by not saying a damn thing.
Just, I mean, it just
And it's
made
and,
he
and,
just
he,
left
and,
the
he, and he
point.
left he left like yeah, he left it up to you to interpret what all of that facial meant, which
Right.
is what we doing right now.
Right,
So
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. He left it up for the world to decide how's it's going. What's he thinking? Is he gonna now? Now they're really confused. Is he about to turn back babyface again? Is he gonna be my hero again? Because they're
now
still cheering him.
you got 13 podcasts a day going. Well, I knew. See, that lets you know Cena's going to turn back, and he's not. He's going to lose that title, and then the other side of the podcast going, well, he's conflicted, and he's really going to snap. And point being, he did. Like I said, it accomplished what it needed to accomplish. We're sitting here now trying to figure out what he's going to do, what he mean, what's he's thinking, where's he go from now? Is he fighting the battle to go back good, or is he like trying? Is he regretting turning bad, or all of that? So
Yeah, I didn't listen to it yet, but you brought up Busted Open earlier. They have an episode where it highlights the topic of uh, I think it was Tommy Dreamer, LaGreca, and Thunder Rosa talk about whether or not John Cena is really, quote unquote, ruining wrestling for everybody. How's this little thing going for him right now? I haven't listened to it to know what they said yet, but I'm gonna go back and listen to it though and see what they
I
say.
think I think for the most part, everybody's overanalyzing this stuff, man. We're overthinking it. We're dissecting every little, like everything somebody says in a promo. You know, the IWC, whatever you want to call it, pockets, whatever. We sitting there, okay, he said this, then he said that, then he said this. What does that mean? How is this doing this? He said he was going to do that, but he's not doing it. We didn't. And if I hear one more person ask, "Where's Travis Scott?" Good God, y'all didn't want the man to be around. Why are you asking where he's at? I don't understand.
I don't
But
miss him. I mean, I'm just saying I don't miss him. I'm,
they were
I didn't know
complaining
who he
about who.
was. I didn't know who he was to start with anyway when he came out first time. I'd ask you who it was. Like, who's that guy?
You
Why is he such a big deal?
no offense, but I really wasn't expecting you.
Uh, I have no idea who it
I
is.
can't see you going down the street listening to a Travis Scott track. I
Probably
don't see
not
that.
because I don't know who. I didn't know who he was, or I had an idea he was a rapper, but I wouldn't know
Yeah,
anything by him. That's like somebody asked me today. Like I'll listen to. I don't listen to a lot of current music. Period. Listen, let me just put that out there because, like you said before yourself, I'm stuck in the past. Right. So, only music I like is the old music I grew up on. 80s, 90s stuff, maybe some early 2000 things. But anyway, country music, I used to listen to a lot in the 80s and 90s. It is not quite what it used to be anymore. Somebody asked me earlier, said, have you heard that new country song by Shabuzi? I'm like, Shahu? Shahuzi? What? Who?
you might actually like Shabuzi.
I have no earthly idea. I have never heard anything by this person, and I there's a thing in Nashville called we also call it fanfare. They call it something else now, but you can go there's like 3 or 4 days straight of stuff going on at the Titan Stadium of country music concerts from the top acts at the time, and there's a bunch of free stages all around downtown by the riverfront and Broadway and stuff. And he's gonna be on one of the free stages. That's usually for the up and coming people. So I'm assuming
Go
he's fairly new.
go see go see him. Go see him.
I
Thank me
don't know.
later.
I don't
Thank me
know.
later. Thank me later. Go see
Thank
him.
you later. Thank you later.
Yeah, go see it.
I might do it. I don't know.
No, I just like I don't think Travis Scott needed to be in this. The right of course John Cena was going to win. I didn't have no doubt. My fun was seeing how it was all play out. Um,
Right. We just wondered how the screwing around was going to go at the end of it.
right. Um, and like yeah, like I said, John Cena's leaving everybody thinking, what's going to happen now, and I'm the fan that's just going to sit back and not try to predict what he going to do now. Do I have a thought process as to how this is all going to play out? naturally, yes, but I'm not trying to like, yeah, that's going to happen. This should happen. If that doesn't happen, then they fucked it up. No, I think Cena's going to walk away, and retire with the title. If it doesn't happen, I ain't gonna bitch about it. I just, okay, I was wrong. Um, but yeah, man, this was a fun show. I enjoyed it. And, Raw the next night. I mean, next night, Raw. Cause I'm so used to pay-per-views, PLEs being on Sunday still. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Raw on Monday was, you know, the follow up to everything was pretty good. I'm not, was WWE like it was 2-3 years ago? Eh, maybe to some people it was. Some people, hey, they still making a buttload of fucking money. So
As long as they're making money, they'll keep doing what they're doing.
yeah, they doing something right. Anytime people they sell out, what was those SummerSlam tickets that were 30 or 40,000, and they sold out of them, they doing something. Somebody got money somewhere. It ain't me. I
I
need
like
to.
to
I
make
need to. Link,
I
I
like to
need to
make
link up with
friends
that.
with some of these people.
I need to link up with that green shirt guy. See if I can get a couple tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Take me.
dude.
I ain't got to bring nobody.
Well, hey, what you should do is call and offer your services as a podcaster to talk to broadcast their show live on your podcast, man. That's what
I'm
you
gonna
should.
see if I can get some press credentials when they come
That's what I'm
come to a
talking about.
city nearest me. The problem
Press.
is they don't really come. They don't come to the DC area like they normally used to. They used to come here like at least 2 or 3 times a year. They only come here maybe once a year now.
Too many politicians there. They don't want to be around them.
You ain't lying about that. Anyway, so I don't want to get political. I'm just gonna ask you this one thing. Have you heard about this parade for Trump's
Oh,
birthday?
birthday parade. How he wants to be like the president of France or whatever had done for him, but they told him
Can
it's
I
going
tell
to
you?
cost. They told him it's going to cost him too much money to get it done, and
Can I tell you, as a resident or former resident of this, I grew up in the city. I know that place like the back of my hand. I do not live directly in the city. I'm right outside of the city. Can I tell you how that's gonna fuck up a lot of shit, bro?
oh yeah, I can
That's
imagine
what's gonna
tanks
fuck.
doing. What would tanks do to the roads?
First of all, the
I mean,
roads downtown are already fucked up, bro.
put in some tank tracks in there a little bit and
And
run
I'm,
over
and I'm gonna
them.
tell you why they. I'm gonna tell you why they fucked up because there's some roads they got blocked off. Because it's the closer you get to the White House, the closer they got road. But they got them blocked off with these concrete barriers, or they jackhammered these fucking concrete posts into the ground. And then you got all these damn big ass buses, and there's always fucking construction going on down there.
Yeah,
There's always a building being built or a building being redone or something. So that you've got all these big ass trucks, big ass cranes, big ass tractor trailers going around down there. Not to mention the tourist buses that's riding around all the fucking place. Streets are this fucking wide because they got vendors parked on one. It's gonna fuck up the street. And again, we got Metro Transit around that, right around there. All that shit gonna be blocked off.
and
Ain't
there's gonna be
nobody.
tanks.
That's
Don't
that.
forget the tanks. Lots of tanks.
And then people gotta drive that shit the next day, bro.
It's my birthday parade. It's gonna be the grandest birthday of all. No one ever has a grandest birthday as I do. My hair will be
all,
perfect
all,
for the day.
all they see is the money. All they see is the money they're gonna make for people that's gonna want to be down there to watch it.
Charging
And
admission to
it's
watch
going.
them come out on top of a tank and wave to the
It's not
crowd.
so. It's not so much the admission. It's so when you down there, they're gonna be only certain places you can get certain things, and those places are gonna make a fucking fortune. And then
Yeah,
once those people, then you got the hotels around there. The people that's coming in and just gonna spend the night, they're gonna pay top dollar. They're gonna double the prices of the hotel.
there's gonna be
All the
tariffs
little
on the
restaurant,
drinks.
all the restaurants and stuff around the area. I don't know if you heard of, Georgetown University, right?
What?
Georgetown University.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Patrick
there's
Ewing.
also a, there's also a shopping district down there where you can get high class shit. That's gonna be that whole area is gonna be fucked, bro. Because they gonna they gonna block off the streets for the parade. Then they gonna block off 15 fucking block radius.
Yeah,
That's going to be fucked.
gonna be
Damn,
grand. Joe Biden
oh,
never had a birthday like I did. He
dude, it
didn't have
gets
a tank he could stand on and wave to the crowd.
the inauguration when they have it is a fucking. Mm.
You
If you
couldn't
live,
pay me, dude. You couldn't pay me to live up wherever you are. You couldn't do that. I
that's why
wouldn't.
I moved. I'm not that again. I'm not in the city. I'm right outside the city, so I'm not. I ain't dealing with that shit, bro. I don't go. I don't reason I go into DC is to visit family, bro. If I get right the fuck out of there. But I don't know how this got onto that subject.
Because
But
I said there's too many politicians around.
yeah, don't we can't talk about politicians no more. We'll get flagged. I don't want to get flagged for talking.
Blocking
Anyhow,
the show. They're not as great as they thought they were. They're not as great as me. I know wrestling. I knocked
those
out Vince
numbers,
McMahon.
those are not real numbers. Those were bots. Those were
Those are
bots.
bots numbers. AEW's the real deal, not the WWE.
Those numbers are rigged. Those numbers are rigged, Chris. I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have Elon Musk
Elon will
run your
come and he
numbers.
will. He's gonna run. He's gonna investigate your show. He's gonna make sure everything's on the up and up and legit.
I'm gonna have Doge come in and gonna make sure you're running efficiently.
Don't be
Dude,
what
these
was his name?
podcasts cannot be. These podcasts cannot.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
What happened to you, man?
See, Musk is
He's on you already. We gotta
God.
stop.
You know what?
Stop.
On that note, I am not gonna let Elon Musk win. Uh, yeah, I'm.
Hey, real quick, real quick. I know you're probably getting close to leaving the show for the night, but just real quick, we were going to talk about Monday Night Raw. The one thing I wanted to bring up with that was they're really setting up for Saturday night's main event coming up.
Yeah, this Saturday I want to do a good review on well, half the show at least on Saturday night's main event. And everything going on around that because apparently they're pulling a Jim Crockett. I mean, they're pulling a Vince McMahon trying to block Jim Crockett with Saturday night's main event. They're trying to block AEW from some show they're supposed to be doing. I don't know. Yeah, but no, Saturday night. I think that's gonna be a fun show too. I don't know. I don't think they announced. They
I
got
don't
one
know
match.
all the
They got the Jey Uso versus Logan Paul is the only match I know that's
well, and
happening.
then there's CM Punk and Sami Zayn,
And yeah, they tagging against the
Rollins and Breaker.
yeah, Rollins. So yeah, that should be a good man. They putting Breaker with the right people, bro. He's getting an education. He's gonna have the title before LA Knight.
Oh, now I will give you that because he's first off he's with Paul Heyman,
Yeah,
and Heyman guys usually get a very good benefit. Okay,
so yeah, it's not looking good for your boy to grab that title.
look, there's
It's not,
two titles out there. Okay, there's two.
I don't see him grabbing either one of them. I'm just
There's
saying.
two. There's always a chance for one of them.
I tell you what, if that happens, I'll come up with something to do on the show to show how wrong I was. I don't know what it is going to be, but I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something.
Oh, come on. I was going
I'll
to
come
get
up
with
with something.
Rob on this. We were going to come up with something good.
No, I don't trust you two fuckers for anything to do with that. No, especially Rob. Hell no. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so many people in front of your boy to get that title, but I don't see it happening no time soon. And again, the man's like 42, so he ain't got long anyway.
So, how old is Cena?
I don't. And that's why Cena's retiring.
Well, how old
Cena
is he?
ain't 48.
And what does he got around his waist right now?
He ain't. Oh, fuck you. He ain't Cena.
You said he's 42. He's 42 right now. He don't need a belt. He's 42.
And I just named all those people in front of him that's gonna get it and have good runs
Look,
before him. So
he's probably
he's
gonna
only
get the
6
AJ.
years. He got 6 years of people ahead of him. He ain't getting it.
He's probably gonna get the AJ Styles treatment. That's probably what he's gonna get, unless he gets a little love from his former opponent, buddy, and friend Nick Aldis. Unless he gets a little love from him and puts one on him for a couple of months,
AJ Styles will win the title before LA Knight. Man.
Look, I know that it's usually Rob, not you, but are you smoking something tonight?
Dominic Mysterio will win the World Heavyweight title before LA
Oh
Knight.
my gosh. Okay. Now you're just trying to push
J-
buttons. That's all you're just trying to look. We were talking about a certain subject a moment ago. Certain people get triggered by that, right? I think you're just trying to trigger me in some way here. It's not gonna happen.
Jade Cargill will win the men's World Heavyweight title before.
Wow, that's and that, boys and girls, reminds me to tell you, okay, don't smoke crack.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't know who does that, but I wouldn't recommend you do it. I'll tell you. You start becoming an LA Knight fan, I wouldn't do it. I'm telling you. That's the repercussions. Don't do it. Thank you, sir, for joining me tonight. This was a good, quick show. I said we was going to do 30 minutes. We ended up going 45. Ain't that something?
That's all right. We have a lot to talk about, and like I said, diamonds. That's what we are. People want to listen to that. That's why we had to give them the extra few minutes.
Well, we gave y'all a few minutes, but now it's time to go. So for myself, for Chris, Front Row Wrestling Podcast, thank y'all for joining us. We gone.